Hey guys, this is Becca with So You Want to Be Skinny, and today's vlog is actually going to be probably one of my favorite recipes. I was going to actually make it for a snack today and thought that I would share it with the rest of you. It's also getting warmer out. Today is one of the warmer days that we've had in the last couple weeks after we had a very nice week where we were about 85 degrees in the middle of March. Unfortunately, that was gone for a little while, but now that it's back, I'm actually finding that a lot of people are asking me, you know, how do you give up dairy? I mean, I could give up the meat, but how do you give up dairy? I just couldn't give up my ice cream. And regardless if you decide to give up your dairy or your meat, I'm going to give you a healthier alternative to ice cream. And there's only a few. It's a very cheap recipe. I've called it Fice Cream before, sometimes Froyo, but it's not yogurt. There's no yogurt in it. There's no dairy products in it. So you call it whatever you'd like. And really, it's like I said, it's very cheap to make. It's easy to make. The ingredients are frozen bananas. I actually, my bananas are going bad, I'll actually slice them in half and put them in a plastic bag and put them in my freezer. And then I use those for smoothies and protein shakes throughout the week. You know, just whatever I really need them for. I actually do that with a lot of my fruit before it goes bad. You know, sometimes with fruits and vegetables, if you don't use them right away, they do tend to go bad. So it's really easy to come up with creative solutions for utilizing them and not actually creating waste with them. So it starts with frozen bananas. Usually I use one banana, so 2 sliced, 2 halves. Today I'm going to use 1 1/2. And that just has to do with my calorie cycle. So if a day I can eat more, I'll have more in it. If I can't, you know, I have less. But today I'm going to use a banana and a half. The other thing you'll want to use is almond milk. This one is about 1/2 cup. I already put in about 1/4 cup into my Magic Bullet cup. I use the smaller one. I don't really find that I need the larger cup, and who needs more dishes. And then also Hershey's Cocoa Unsweetened. It's actually dairy-free. It's just the cocoa powder, and I love this stuff. It's great for smoothies. It's actually fantastic for this fake ice cream. So start by I put 2 halves into my cup, and I added about 1/4 cup of almond milk. I may not use the whole 1/2 cup, but I just wanted it in there. It's really good to have. You can also substitute water instead of almond milk if you prefer. Coconut's fine too. There's generally a lot more sugar in coconut milk, but I mean it does come from the coconut. So, I mean, I usually use water, but today I'm going to use almond milk. Get a little bit extra protein in there, I guess. And so I put 2 halves in here for now. I will be adding the 3rd one. It's important to have some sort of liquid in the cup, because if you don't, the bananas actually get really thick. So it's hard for the Magic Bullet to blend them. So put them on your blender. This will be loud, I'm sorry. And sometimes I shake it just to move them out of the way of the blades. Okay, so as you can see, it's starting to create a type of creamy texture. Because I'm going to be adding the other half, that's why I'm using about 1/2 cup. If you use 1 banana, 1/4 cup is fine. 1/4 cup of water is fine. You really don't need that much. So I'm going to add my 3rd half. And I'm going to add a little bit more almond milk to this. Don't want it super watery. But what I'm also going to do, take a tablespoon of the cocoa powder and put it in on top. And then you're going to take the blade, close it, and bring it down so it can mix. And like I said, in the middle, kind of, you know, give it a little bit of room to move the bigger banana chunks down. Just open it up and check it a little bit. Yeah, so see, as you can see, it's definitely like a creamy texture. But if I go into it, I still have some pretty large banana pieces in here. So what I'm going to do And add just a little bit more almond milk. The almond milk kind of gives the blender a little bit of texture to work with, a little bit of watery substance, so it makes it easier to get at the banana. Okay, so we finished blending it. We did use the whole cup of almond milk. Mixed about this much. The calories in this, if you use one banana, which is usually what I use, it's honestly only about 150 calories with the almond milk. If you decide to do water, same amount as the almond milk, ends up only being about 100 calorie snack. If you do 1.5 bananas, obviously, I mean, it's about 150 calories with the cocoa powder. I've also added almond butter to it. Sometimes I use almond butter as like a topping instead of, sometimes you have like the peanut butter sauce in the jar. I just use like a regular creamy almond butter. You can also not use the chocolate. I personally prefer the chocolate. It makes me feel like I'm eating something, I guess, not as healthy as you would think when you are watching what you eat, and it is a little bit more, a little bit healthier and more raw than actually eating ice cream. So this is another way to eat healthier, still get your sweet fix. I wouldn't recommend necessarily eating it every day, but definitely nice for those hot afternoons, or when you're just craving a treat after dinner, or for a snack when you get home from work. So definitely try it. I totally recommend it. Everybody who has ever tried it that I've recommended it to always comes back and tell me how much they love it. So definitely try it. Leave your comments and questions in the comment box below. If you end up adding or making a concoction of your own, feel free to send me a message with what you've done. I would love to try it. I'm always looking for new ideas on how to eat a little bit more raw, more natural, more whole foods without actually eating things that are processed. So this is Becca with So You Want to Be Skinny, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks.